The retail recession claims Bardot. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, I'm Florian Heise and welcome to another episode of Heise Says. I've got my morning stein of coffee, and this Friday I thought we would start the day by having a look at this article from the Financial Review about the women's wear retailer Bardot. Another fashion victim, another victim of the retail recession. We saw yesterday that consumer confidence, according to Roy Morgan, is going down. Prior to that, we've got the Consumer Sentiment Index from Westpac, and Melbourne Institute is also going down. So retail figures leading up to Christmas is something that everyone is watching, and well, a lot of people are concerned about. I'm worried for the Reserve Bank's reaction to it, if it will lead to more rate cuts and maybe bring QE, or QE as people are calling the Australian version, on a bit earlier. Let me know what you think. So let's have a look. Fast fashion retailer Bardot has become the latest victim of weak retail spending and increased competition from global and online retailers, falling into administration on Thursday. Brendan Richards and Ryan Eagle of KPMG were appointed voluntary administrators and have appointed Deloitte Corporate Finance to look for buyers or ways to restructure or recapitalize the business. Bardot has annual sales of about $120 million, 72 stores across Australia, and employs 800 staff. So 800 staff are at risk. 800 staff are at risk. Let's jump over to Google Maps, and I literally just typed in the name so we can see where some of their stores are. These are the ones that are coming up here. We can have a look at, my favorite Brisbane. We've got them all around the place. Sunny Coast, any further north? What about Gladstone? There you go. Nope, True Blue Motor Inn. That's not working out. So we'll zoom out a bit further. We can have a look at Melbourne. You can see here. Wow. Wow, they have a lot of shops. The junior clothing, Bardot, but 3 stars, 1 star, 4 3 stars, 6 stars, 4 stars. So it's all over the place. It's not too bad. Let's jump over to Sydney, guys. I mean, let me know in the comments if you are a fan of this brand. I know I've got about 90% male viewers, but I'm sure some of you could let us know what the seating is like there when you have to sit on the husband chair, or the ladies if you're a fan of this brand. I mean, I can't say I'm overly familiar with this sector. Most of my experience has been with the retail designs we did for Lorna Jane, and frankly, Rachel handled most of that. It's just not my expertise. Probably a good thing. What's fast fashion? Is that just means they turn over their stock really fast to make sure you buy more? Well, I'd assume so. Maybe it's something more trendy. I'm showing my age. So fast fashion chain has become the latest victim of weak retail sales. Mr. Scofus launched Bardot in 1996, opening the first store on Bridge Road in Melbourne with a team of 5 staff. Bardot was known for its formal and party dresses and competed with chains such as Witchery, Country Road, Premier Investments Portmans, and Dotty Chains, Sports Girl, Topshop, and global fast fashion chains H&M and Zara. I think we had, large Topshop came into Brisbane here and took over one of the large multi-story stores a few years ago in the middle heart of the city, and they had a big event and everything, and it's gone now. Didn't last very long. Mr. Richards said Bardot stores would continue trading on a business-as-usual basis while the administrators assessed the business. Gift cards and credit notes would be honoured on a dollar-for-dollar basis for the foreseeable future. See, that's the thing. When you buy these gift cards, guys, they can often just say, nope, sorry, they're no longer honoured because the business is going under. It's not as good as cash. I wonder if one of these places ever does the barter dollar things, the barter card. What happens to all that when it goes under? Because you still have to pay tax on it. Bardot is an iconic Australian women's wear brand with a rich history of over 20 years of growth. Well, 96, you're right. Wow, 96 is over 2 decades away. I still think that was just a couple of years ago. Oh boy. In the last 5 years, the business has grown significantly offshore and capitalized on its Australian heritage by distribution through high-profile international department stores. Ooh, could that be why? Although the company has experienced significant growth in overseas markets, it has faced a challenging domestic environment in recent times. We expect strong interest in the sale recapitalization process, he said. Bardot Chief Executive Basil Artemides said despite double-digit growth in online sales and successful expansion into the US and Europe, Bardot's Australian stores were struggling to compete in a highly cluttered and increasingly discount-driven market. I mean, just look at the number of premises they have. How much you have to make. The rent on these places isn't cheap. The fit-out on them isn't cheap. Let's just look here in Sydney. I mean, it's nuts. That's a lot of operating costs. Something to keep in mind, guys. Operating a national retail network in its current state is no longer sustainable, he said. What does that tell us about the retail market? What does that tell us about the state of the economy moving forward? Remember, about 10% of the entire workforce in the nation is in the retail sector. We're seeing this again and again and again, where retailers are having to, close or go into voluntary administration. So many retail tenancies are up for lease. I need to do some more shopping centre tours just to see how it is in the run-up to Christmas. I mean, how would you feel if you're working in Bardot, or if you know someone that's working there? What are their concerns? Have any of you ever been through this situation? Share in the comments, please, what your experiences were going through a business, as an employee that's going under, or maybe bought up. We've appointed administrators KPMG to lead a company-wide restructure, which will enable us to redefine local market presence, ensuring that Australia is and will always remain the head of the Bardot business, he said. The first meeting of creditors of Bardot will be held in Melbourne on December 10. Bardot is the latest in a long line of retailers to collapse this year. Discount retailer Dimmies. Well, yes, I did a video on that. I'll link to that below. Which had 31 stores across Australia, closed its doors last week. Online active where retailer Style Runner went into administration last month. Its assets have been bought by footwear retailer Ascent Group. The footwear chain Zara fell over in September. Fashion retailer Karen Mill, Napoleon Paradis Cosmetics, menswear chain Ed Harry and Roger David, online footwear retailer Shoes of Prey and Beds R Us have also gone into administration. There you go. There you go, guys. Despite record low interest rates and recent tax cuts, which are estimated to have boosted household disposable income by about 16 billion, many retailers say consumers remain reluctant to loosen the purse strings because everyone is worried. Everyone is worried because wage growth, guys, has not grown in forever. Wage growth is stagnant. The RBA doesn't know what's happening. All their predictions are off. Everyone, consumer sentiment has plunged. We've got retailers shutting down again and again that we're hearing. Construction, it's a big part of the workforce. It's dropping. So, why is anyone surprised that this is happening? Or they're surprised that, lowering interest rates, that'll get the dumb plebs out there spending money. Tax cuts, yes, where half the people thought it was a free cash handout and didn't get anything. And the problem is now you're competing with online, even the online footwear retailer Shoes of Prey didn't last, but you're competing with other online sources. Like Amazon, where I've got a referral link down below and you can help support the channel. I had to put a plug in there. But I'm seeing people are using Amazon just out of convenience. My father-in-law, he orders stuff from China to make his electronics. It's cheaper for him to bring in the components and to fabricate and prototype things than to go to J-Car or to a supplier here. It's so much more expensive here than just to get it by the post. So guys, what do you think? Another Another business that's fallen victim to the retail recession. How do you think this will lead into the Christmas period? 800 jobs at risk. Let me know what you all think, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you enjoy my content and want to help me produce more, I have a Patreon where you can make a small monthly donation. Helps pay for all the expenses to do this. I also have Amazon and eBay links, which I've already plugged. I receive a commission every time, I think advertiser fee it's called, every time you click on the link and make a purchase. It doesn't cost you a cent. If you're going to buy something, find a YouTuber or content creator you like and chuck it their way. It's a great way to support their channel. Tell them to get it too. It's not much effort to get one. And you're going to use it anyway. We also have merch on Heise Says, our pocket squares, guys. Perfect gift for Christmas. And finally, PayPal and Ethereum if you want to make a donation. I really appreciate everyone's help. Thank you so much for helping the channel grow. And I'll talk to you all later today. Take care. Bye for now.